The following is a Big Sioux Media production. This webcast is brought to you by
BXCC, County Fair, Dell Rapids Ace Hardware, Dell's Auto, Dell Rapids Chamber of Commerce, Dell's Electric, Dell Rapids Lumber, Dell's Materials, Dell's Nursing and Rehab Center, Dell's Theater, Dell Rapids Realty, Ed's Produce, Executive Recruiting Consultants, Golden West, KTP Repair, Landmark Realty and Auction, LG Everest, Local Best, Mount Marty University, Norby's, Pizza Ranch, Rapid Fitness, Romans Automotive, Rosenbauer, Schwayback Realty, Sioux Falls Specialty Hospital, Spruce Glen, and TNC.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and thank you for joining us here on the Big Sioux Media Sports Network as we have a fantastic volleyball match coming up for you here from Dell Rapids High School, and I might even go ahead and say this might be one of the premier matches of the night across the state as the number 3 Madison Bulldogs in Class A visit the number 2 Dell Rapids Quarriers in a big matchup in Region 3A tonight. And a match like this, we need more people to broadcast and we need more experience, so I've asked Mr. Tom Farrell from Madison to come and join me tonight. And Tommy, thank you for joining us here tonight.
Well, certainly my pleasure, Matt, and I agree with you that this probably is the premiere of what could be, at least on paper, the best match in South Dakota tonight, for a couple of reasons. Both teams have done really well. Both teams had a little bit of a letdown on Saturday in the Dakota 12 Conference Tournament, and it's Madison and Dell Rapids going against each other.
It's got everything you want for a great matchup tonight, and let's dive in because of how big this match is for these two teams. We've got quite a bit of information that we want to get through in an extended pregame here tonight. We still got about 10 and a half minutes of warm-up, but we mentioned this is big, not only these two teams in the top 5 in Class A, but they are doing battle in Region 3A. And I gotta say, Region 3A is stacked so far this season.
Very definitely. If you take a look at the, the Region 3A with Sioux Falls Christian, the perennial power, and now Dell Rapids, and then Madison, and then add Baltic. In fact, if you look at the Region 3A and the way that formula works out, 3 or 4 weeks ago, Madison was number 1. Now, with the way teams have been playing and things, Madison's down to number 4. Dell Rapids is number 2, and Baltic has moved up to that 3 spot. And then you've still got Garrettson in there, which is another really good team. So I just, Region 3A is going to have some very, very good teams that are not going to get to go to the state tournament, even though we have that SODAC 16 format. So at least 2 teams will advance out of there.
Yeah, you mentioned that only 2 teams get to go. looking at the seeding as of yesterday morning, 4 out of Region 3A were in the top 16. So this is a very important matchup for these two teams. So with that, they're battling for position for the Region 3A seeding, trying to put themselves in a good position in the postseason to advance to that SODEX 16. Let's preview this matchup tonight, and we'll start with the Madison Bulldogs, a visiting team.
Okay, Bulldogs are 18-5. Going into last Thursday night, they were 17-2. They lost a very, I guess I would call it almost demoralizing match. The Chester Flyers, top-ranked number 2 team, Class B, came into Madison, and they really laid it to the Bulldogs, winning that match 3-0 by scores of 25-18, 25-17, and then just a total letdown in that third set with Chester going to 25-13. So Bulldogs are 8-5 in the season. They're number 3, as Matt said, into the polls. And really, Dell Rapids and Madison in the Dakota 12 conference standings are both right there tied, as each only have 1 loss in the conference. And that goes against, obviously, Sioux Falls Christian. As I said, Chester's number 2 in that B poll. Warner's number 3, Chester's 2, Northwestern is 3, and there's another case where Warner, Northwestern, Matt, you're very familiar with that
Very
match.
familiar with those, yes.
Up north, and that's another opportunity for this SODEX 16 format. Up until the loss to Chester, the only 2 losses that had occurred for Madison were early season loss in 3 sets against Sioux Falls Christian, but 2 of those sets went 23-25, and then in that middle set they lost 25-10, and then that same week they went up against Northwestern, and Northwestern beat them by scores of 11-25, 16-25, 15-25. So it's been a good season. I know, visiting with Coach Cradaville before the match, she says we need to get back to playing like we were in the beginning of the season. The Bulldogs sometimes have a tendency to lose aggressiveness. They've got to play with the confidence. The Bulldogs are definitely a senior-laden team. They've got the 6 seniors that have been an integral part of this, including a student manager, and they've got to, rely on that senior level leadership to regroup and come out and play with aggressive. Coach Cradaville all along has gone heavy on the serving. In addition to that, of course, the Bulldogs have got to get a good pass so that they can get to that set and run their offense. Definitely led by senior middle hitter for them, and that is leading the way is Audrey Nelson. She holds the school record for most kills in a career. She's already signed a Division I letter of intent to play volleyball for USD. So that's the Bulldogs, Matt.
Well, for Dell Rapids, at 21-6 on the year, they're a young team, only 1 senior on the roster, but bringing back a lot of good experience. They've got quite a few juniors and a very talented sophomore class as well. Their past weekend playing in the Dakota 12 Conference Tournament, they had a 2-1 record there. That lone loss came to Lennox, but they defeated Elk Point, Jefferson, and Dakota Valley over the weekend. And looking back at their season, they lost back at the end of August at Sioux Falls Christian. 3-1, came out and beat the Chargers in that first set 25-22, and then still had 3 very close sets, 25-17, 25-20, and 25-22. Now, some of their other losses were at, I believe, the Pentagon Classic, middle of September. They lost to O'Gorman They also lost to a couple of powerhouse teams out of Iowa in Western Christian and Unity Christian. Typically those teams are pretty good when we see them at the Pentagon. And then taking a loss at Elk Point Jefferson up in Redfield. They played at the Northwestern tournament at the beginning of October. Ended up losing to Elk Point Jefferson there. And then their other loss, as we mentioned, was to Lennox at that DAC 12 conference tournament this past weekend. Still 8-1 in the conference. The lone loss, of course, was Sioux Falls Christian. And I had a chance to get some comments from Coach Fearsdal tonight. They're looking forward to this match. If I'll pull the graphic down, and hopefully you can, folks that couldn't make it out tonight can see. The place is full. It's great to see a pretty big crowd for this matchup tonight, and they're looking for that fun environment to play a part of that. This is their final DAC 12 conference match and their final Region 3A opponent that they face this season prior to the playoffs that are going to happen in a couple of weeks. So Coach Fearsdal is wanting to be playing their best volleyball right now. They've shown the ability that they can play at a really high level and with just about anybody, but she said they need to do it consistently to make sure that they're playing their best during the postseason and make a run. But she says that tonight's going to be a huge test for the team, but definitely excited about that. And what you're going to see from the Quarriers is the sophomore Madeline Henry, very talented outside hitter. And you'll see a lot of Sophie Randall, the junior setter for the Quarriers. She has signed a letter of intent to play volleyball, I believe, at the University of Illinois in a couple of years. But you'll also see when Henry goes to that back row, Lauren Cloth, a junior on the team, and then sophomore Elin Schoenhardt and the lone senior Kylie Fidelke. So, like I said, I'm excited about this matchup here tonight.
Well, I want to compliment the people of Dell Rapids, Matt. I've been around athletics for a number of years, and rarely have I seen a community get behind a Dig Pink night that we have tonight. And everywhere there is pink. No matter whether it's one of your students out of the elementary or some of your folks that are more mature in age are all in their pink. And so kudos to the Dell Rapids community for coming out and supporting this wonderful effort that we had. And I noticed that the Dell Rapids girls, for their warm-up shirts, have Dig Pink on the front, and then it appears like they have names of people who have either suffered from or passed away from cancer. So what a wonderful tribute, and how can you beat the pink shoes on the Quarriers tonight?
Yeah, they've gone all out here tonight for the Dig Pink, and like I said, it's fantastic to see. We got about a minute left of our warm-up here as the two teams serving back and forth. So while we got a moment, this is just one of three matches that we've got on the Sports Network tonight. Dell Rapids St. Mary is hosting Elkton Lake Benton right now, and that one is nearing the end of the first set. The Elks on top of the Cardinals 22-16. And Tri-Valley hosting Elk Point Jefferson tonight as well, and the Mustangs leading in the first set 21-17 in that one. So we'll keep an eye on those. Again, those are on the Big Sioux Media Sports Network as well.
Maybe we look at the keys for the match. I'll give Madison's if you want to give what you think would be the Dell Rapids keys. Madison historically has been very slow getting started, so one of the big keys for them is to get off to a strong start, especially when you're on the road with a crowd such as this. And then they've got to stop those Dell Rapids hitters, particularly Madeline Henry, I think will be a real challenge. And it's interesting, she hits from the outside, and Audrey Nelson hits from the middle for the Bulldogs. So I think that'll be it. And then the other thing that the Bulldogs have really struggled with recently, they've got to establish and maintain the rhythm on their own side of the court.
For the Quarriers, you mentioned we had to stop Audrey Nelson up front, serve and pass to get into their flow, into their offensive system, and get Madison out of their rhythm. And another thing that I've noticed throughout the season with Dell Rapids is they want to keep that momentum. They usually get going pretty good early, and they want to keep that momentum going throughout the entire set. So that'll be another big key for the Quarriers tonight.
Our officials tonight are Tammy Hausman. She'll be up on the stand, and then Dennis Hausman will be down at the lower portion of the floor, controlling the table and also the subs coming in and out.
So two teams getting lined up for starting lineups. To be honest, I always forget whether we do the national anthem first or starting lineups.
Everybody's standing, so I'm going to put my money on the national anthem first.
Dell Rapids for tonight's match, where our visitors from Madison will be taking on your Dell Rapids Quarriers. Tonight, to support the Quarriers and the Bulldogs, Dell Rapids Electric would like to remind all fans that character counts. Please turn your attention to the flag for the playing of our national.
So we do have the national anthem. We've got a saxophone player, so we'll try to pick him up here. We'll get through our starting lineups.
I'll go ahead, Matt, with the Bulldogs. Starting number 1, playing setter position, sophomore Carly Feed. She's 5'3". Next is number 2, senior Ella Peterine. She plays at right side hitter, and she's 5'7". Next is number 7, Kiara Wagner. She's a defensive specialist, 5'3", and a senior. Number 8, sophomore Lydia Nelson. She plays outside hitter, 6 foot. And then number 10, Audrey Nelson, senior, middle hitter, 6'1". And then the ace leader in total career aces, number 11, Amanda Vacanti, senior, 5'10". The libero is number 20 in the white jersey. She is Callie McDermott, and she is a senior, 5'6". Head coach for Madison is Jill Cradaville. Her assistants are Katie Wheeldryer and Nicole Seringer.
And now we will get to the starting lineup for the Dell Rapids Quarriers. I think I see everybody out there as they play the video here, but we'll introduce the Dell Rapids Quarriers. Starting will be 5'11" sophomore number 2, Elin Schoenhard. Also starting will be 5'9" junior number 3, Clara Justice. In the middle, 6'2", junior number 4, Lauren Cloth. The outside hitter, 5'11", freshman number 7, Madeline Henry. Playing setter tonight, 5'11", junior number 8, Sophie Randall. The outside hitter, the senior number 10, Kylie Fidelki. And the libero tonight is freshman number 11, Elena Wolf. Head coach for Dell Rapids is Erica Fiersdahl, assisted by Ashna Hanusa, Chloe Peter, and Kelly Steckler.
Amazing what video boards do in today's productions, isn't it, Matt?
It is.
They're playing a beautiful video for the starters for Dell Rapids, and what a nice way to get this match kicked off. If you're watching us, on the right will be the Bulldogs. They're in their maroon jerseys, black shorts, white Madison across the top, and their numbers in white. We don't have the pretty pink shoes like the Quarriers have tonight. So, and on the left side, of course, is the Quarriers. They're in their white jerseys. Imagine that, orange numbers, black shorts, and they're sitting on the left side of the court. And now we're giving away volleyballs, mini volleyballs to folks.
They do quite a production. It's awesome to see with the starting lineups.
This is really impressive, Matt, to see the way they do that.
The first set over at Dell Rapids St. Mary has completed. The Elks took the first one, and they are up 5-1. Now in the second set against the St. Mary Cardinals, Tri-Valley finished off Elk Point Jefferson in set number one. That one just underway in the second set. So now we are just about ready to go as the two teams will head onto the court and get the rotation set quick. Thank you to the Dell Rapids Chamber of Commerce. Put it on the calendar not too long from now, week and a half, the Downtown Trick or Treat event. That is the 27th of October from 4 to 7. That place is packed downtown for that event. A lot of businesses handing out candy, treats. There's activities for everybody, and not only that, they've got some contests going on, pumpkin decorating, as well as some other things. So check out all the information on their website, DellRapidsChamber.com. We are ready to go. The Madison Bulldogs and the Dell Rapids Quarriers set for this top 5 matchup in Class A.
Have yet to see who's going to get that first serve. Not that it's huge with the aspect of rally scoring, but looks like Dell Rapids may well have that first serve. Second referee checking the alignments to be sure that everybody's in their proper positions on the court.
So with where our camera's positioned, you'll see the serve come into your screen. The servers are usually just out of it. A Schoenhard will begin for the Quarriers. Nice set. And that one is in on the attack from Nelson.
And that's Audrey, the senior.
Serving will be Vicanti. Wolf to Randall keeps it in play. And that attack is down for Justice. Serve coming in from Carly Ingalls. Free ball over as Wolf. Randall, quick tip over and down. We'll see Randall do that a few times tonight, as Ingalls will deliver again with the serve. To the middle, Nelson, dunked by Wolf. Little tip over. Close blocked up front from Nelson. Tip to the back corner, in for Audrey Nelson. Taking the serve now will be Callie McDermott. Outside attack is going to go out of bounds for Fidelki. McDermott drops a short one in. Warriors are going to save it. Free ball over. Ficanti with the quick setup. Tip over by Theed. And on the attack for Dell Rapids, Lauren Cloth. Back and forth. And Fidelki will serve. Short one as Vicanti slides in. That one pushed across by Nelson. Here's Henry. Blocked up front. Theed got in it. Henry again. Another touch. Outside attack goes out of bounds for Lydia Nelson. Dell Rapids back in front. Good pass as Theed setting up Nelson, and she's through the block and down for the kill.
Fourth tie in this first set, Matt.
Audrey Nelson. Jump serve, Wolf gets her hands on it. Henry keeps it out of the stands. Free ball over by Randall. Theed with the set. And that one is down for Carly Lurs. In going at Wolf. Randall over to Henry. And a good dig in the back row from McDermott. Setting up Cloth, little tip. And that one's going to find a spot. Well, so far as advertised. Back and forth. Elena Wolf serving for Dell Rapids. McDermott goes down low to grab it. Free ball over from Madison. Randall to the middle. That one is shown hard. Henry up and off the block and down the line. Good ball is a pass from Nelson to Theed. The outside attack is good for Lydia Nelson. Goes off the block.
Something we're seeing, haven't seen a lot of from the Bulldogs is some other hitters starting to do Lurs and Audrey Nelson.
Henry with the kill. She likes that outside spot.
Plays it well.
Randall will head back and serve. Nelson down the line. Nice dig from Randall. Kept in play by Wolf. And Henry finds it near the far sideline to her. The near sideline to us. And is this the first 2-point lead for anybody?
Yes, it is. Largest lead.
Short serve from Randall. Theed back set. Another nice save from Randall. Back row dig from Nelson. That one will stay on the Quarrier side. Vicanti with the hit. And now they'll go down as a kill for Schoenhardt as she curled around the back of Randall. Madeline Henry getting a serve now. And a nice place tipped for Vacanti. Wagner will serve. Drives that one too far, out of bounds.
First service error on either team.
Schoenhard drives that one deep. That one's out.
Each service error now. Particularly with rally scoring, that's a big miss when those go out.
Vacanti with an ace.
According to the board, that's the first ace for either team.
Another opportunity here for Madison. Nice attack from Peter Rines. Back row from Henry. Up front block for Audrey Nelson.
And that is the first lead for the Bulldogs.
Belke hits it over. Returned by Peter Rines. Randall sets up Cloth. Good dig in the back row. Peter Rines again pops it over. Block is going to go out of bounds. On the attack by Justice. And we are back to Carly Ingalls serving. Nelson with the attack, saved by Wolf. Delke little tip, and it's down. You got to give that point to Elena Wolf on a dig from the attack on Nelson.
Beautiful dig out of the back row by the libero.
And this will go back to the Bulldogs. Serve out of bounds.
8th tie out of 12 points.
Randall going to set up Cloth. Good block. Henry from the back row. Back to Kylie Fidelke. McDermott gets the pass to Theed. Pushed over by Cloth. Nelson touched on the block. Now over to Henry. And a big block up front. Carly Theed, I think, got that one.
The Bulldogs have a tendency to push each other around once there's a good play. Don't know whether that's incentive or not.
Audrey Nelson serves for Madison. Out of bounds from Henry. And Madison takes a lead again.
Exactly what we expected, Matt, so far in this first set.
Good serve. But Henry will deliver the kill. Quarriers save that one, and we're tied again.
10th time.
Wolf, the serve received by Nelson. And that one was Lydia Nelson.
You know, it's interesting. Remember, we have to win by 2, and there's been very few times that we've had a 2-point advantage.
Carly Theed Nice serve. Henry off the top of the net. And the Bulldogs now in front by 2. Wolf will get that pass to Randall. Henry hangs in the air a little bit too long. And we're going to have our first timeout. The Bulldogs up by 3. We'll be back on the Big Sioux Media Sports Network. Larson and Tom Farrell with you here on Big Sioux Media Sports Network. 17-14 is our score.
And this is only the first set. 2 very evenly matched teams this evening.
Feed still serving for Madison. Randall towards the net, little tip by Henry. And a nice recovery. Steed able to pull it over. Tip by Randall. Now push over by Nelson. Wolf setting up Randall. Every once in a while she'll get the attack and gets the little tip over. And Sophie Randall will serve. Nelson on the attack. That one saved by Justice. Now Henry will get a kill. Nelson couldn't quite dig that one out. 2 in a row here for Dell Rapids as they've cut it to 1.
Timeout worked to their advantage thus far.
Conti to Theed, now setting up Vacanti. Good dive save from Fidelki. Here's Henry, and another kill down the line this time. According to the video board, that's number 7 already here in this first set. Back set Nelson, Randall there. Good back to Randall on the back row attack, and that one's going to go down. Goes off of McDermott, and now the Bulldogs will take a timeout as Dell Rapids has rallied for 4 straight, and we'll be back right after this.
Dell Rapids Realty is the preferred hometown local real estate company of choice. Serving eastern South Dakota, broker-owner Cody Burgraff and Dell Rapids Realty have the answer to all of your real estate needs, whether you're buying, selling, or investing. If you're in the market for residential, commercial, agriculture, or investment property and want the most knowledgeable, experienced, aggressive, problem-solving broker working for you, then call Cody Burgraff and Dell Rapids Realty today for complete confidence that as a client of Dell Rapids Realty LLC, you will see results, not excuses, producing, not pretending.
Madison Bulldogs and the Dell Rapids Quarriers doing battle here, and a good one to start this match. Been back and forth. We've been tied quite a few times. Dell Rapids right now leading by 1. Randall with a good serve. Rolls up the arms of Nelson, and now a free ball over by Lurs. The middle, little quick tip by Schoenhard.
Bulldogs are blocking aggressively, but not covering real well behind that block. Dell Rapids picks up that open court area.
Randall's serve goes out of bounds. Checking in. Number 12, Grace Feige. Serve. Cross court over to Henry. Touch at the net on the block, so we continue. And another block. Give that one to Ella Peterines up front. And we're tied again.
12th time is all, Matt.
IG serves again. This time showing hard. The curl behind Randall does not work, and the Bulldogs back in front. So a 5-0 run by Dell Rapids has been matched with a 3-0 run by Madison. One-handed set as Henry hangs in the air. And into the net for Vacanti. Henry gets the serve for Dell Rapids. That one sailed on her a little bit. Side out back to the Bulldogs. Kiara Wagner. Drives that one deep as Wolf pass to Randall. Off the block, good recovery by Justice. Again, aggressive blocks up front.
Oh, nice save by Vacanti.
The attack for Fidelki blocked out of bounds. Tied again.
Number 14.
Showing hard. We'll get the serve. Nelson, low quick tip. Randall was there. Set up Henry to the back row, and that one finds an opening. Second timeout for Madison. 22-21. Quarriers on top here on the Big Sioux Media Sports Network.
I started out here 31 years ago I didn't know where I was going to head, and I started out at the bottom, and now I'm the area manager, and it's because guys like Rob and Rick have a belief in me and what I do, and I take that with me every day to work, and I try to pass that on to my co-workers, that, you know, it's a great place to work, and my heart is in this place. It has been since the first day I started out here.
We're back at Dell Rapids High School for the Madison Bulldogs and Dell Rapids Quarriers match, and it has been as advertised so far. Dell Rapids leading 22-21, back and forth all set long. Showing hard, we'll get another serve. That one's in. An ace right on the back line.
And Madison is out of timeouts, only get 2%.
This time short. Nelson with the kill. Audrey Nelson now with 3.
That all happened with a good pass and a nice set by Thede.
Canty with the serve. That one is just out. Just nearing the edge of the screen, so that sets up set point here for Dell Rapids. And that one's too strong from Ingalls. Still set point for the Quarriers. But Callie McDermott will serve for the Bulldogs. And a back set, Cloth is off the block, down, and the Quarriers will take the first set, 25-21. 23. Well, buckle in. I think we're going to have an excellent night here tonight. We will take a couple-minute timeout. Second set when we return.
Dell Rapids Ace Hardware has everything you need to get your projects done. Stop in and visit their paint department for Benjamin Moore paint products. For your big projects, see their great selection of power tools and their line of steel products for your outdoor projects. Dell Rapids Ace Hardware also has everything for your grilling needs, including Weber and Traeger grill models. Their knowledgeable staff will help with all of your home project questions. Dell Rapids Ace Hardware is open 7 days a week and located at 1108 State Highway 77 in Dell Rapids. Dell's Electric is your helpful, friendly, and on-time electricians in Dell Rapids and the surrounding area. Whether it's residential, new construction, remodel, or commercial services, Dell's Electric is here to serve you. Dell's Electric is also a Cummins generator dealer and handles in-floor heating installation. Let Mike Carpenter and his knowledgeable staff handle your electrical needs. Call Dell's Electric at 605-428-5700.
Couple of other sponsors we need to thank. Rob Shop. In times of financial uncertainty, how can you stay on track? Call on someone who's invested in your success. At Edward Jones, we'll work with you to understand your unique passions and goals, then create a roadmap for how to achieve them. And we'll be there to support you at every step of your financial journey. Call financial advisor Rob Shop at 605-428-4090 to schedule an appointment. Also want to thank Dell Rapids Lumber. They are in their brand new location now at 1208 North Highway 77. They've got new hours Monday through Friday, 7 to 5, Saturdays 8 to noon. And on the 28th of October, they will be having a grand opening celebration from 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. They'll have some hourly door prizes, a hot dog meal from 10 to 1, magic art bus, face painting, and, of course, the big specials inside the store for their grand opening. And that's Dell Rapids Lumber, 1208 North Highway 77. As we get ready for set number 2.
One of the results of COVID is no longer in high school volleyball do the teams switch ends. College volleyball, they still switch ends. High school volleyball, they stay on the same end of the court. Never have really thought that there was an advantage one way or the other. There's no sun, there's no wind or anything else. So I look back at that first set, Matt, the largest margin was a 3-point spread in there, and momentum certainly went back and forth. So Bulldogs up with their first serve of this second set. Kiara Wagner at the service line. She brings it across and commits the service error. So the Quarriers are up in this second set 1-0. Back with the serve is Ingalls. She's a right-handed server, delivers it across. Vacanti brings it up, and Nelson takes it over. Ingalls keeps it in play. Tipped over in there by Fidelki, Bulldogs. And that was Peter Rhines with the final hit. Out of the back row, hit over in there by the Quarriers. Bulldogs up, free balled over by Nelson. Here comes Dell Rapids running. And they do the little roundhouse there. Close. Hits into the net. So 1-1. Imagine that. We're tied in set number 2. And number 11 back for the Bulldogs, and that's Amanda Vacanti. Her serve handled well. And a back set kept in play by Wagner and eventually over by Vacanti. Tipped again in there by the Quarriers. And down eventually with the kill is Lauren Cloth, the junior middle hitter.
I know Dell Rapids got that point, but Wagner and Vacanti with some great saves there.
So it's 2-1 Quarriers, second set. Quarriers won the first set 25-23. Serve is over by Fidelki. Bulldogs, Nelson catches the diagonal in. We're tied at 2 in set number 2. Rotation around now, serving for the Bulldogs will be their libero, Callie McDermott. She's a right-handed server, senior, right side of the court. Brought over and a service ace. That one just died as it came in on the service reception. So now Bulldogs up by 1, 3-2 McDermott back with another serve. And she commits the service error, second service error for the Bulldogs already, and we're tied at threes, third time, and back serving for the Quarriers is Lauren Cloth, that middle hitter junior. She takes her approach, and she commits the service error, so Bulldogs up by 1, 4-3. And back serving for the Bulldogs is their senior middle hitter, Audrey Nelson. She sets up far left side of the Bulldog court, delivers it across, passed up, set in there nicely by Randall, and the kill down by Henry. For her, that picks up her 9th kill of the evening. So we're tied at 4s. Imagine that. Back with the serve for the Quarriers is their setter, Randall. Up and a little shoot set across in there by Lydia Nelson. Partially blocked at the net by Lurs. Up. That's Theed. Free balled over. Up to the net. Randall sets out of that left side. Blocked and down, but the kill will be credited to Clara Justice. And so the Quarriers go up now 5-4 in set number 2. And that keeps Randall back at the service line. Nice serve brought up by the Bulldogs and saved, and it goes outside the antenna. Bulldog fans do not think that it did. It was called out by the line judge, so that is a Bulldog point, 6-4. Randall's next serve brought up by Nelson. Tried to tap over by Theed, and all of a sudden it is a 7-4 advantage for the Quarriers, and credit to a large extent the serving of Sophie Randall, the junior setter. She approaches, does a bullet, Nelson pops it up, Theed needs to get out of the way, and eventually over by the Bulldogs. And hit goes out of bounds from Dell Rapids. So that'll end the run for the Quarriers. They're up 7-5 in this second set. And now Carly Theed is back in the backcourt serving. And she picks up the help of the net as it goes up, climbs over the ribbon and down for a Bulldog point and a service ace. So the Quarriers up 7-6. Next serve across by Theed. Left side for Henry, and she goes into the net, so we're tied at 7s. Again, our largest lead has been 3 points in the entire match tonight. Carly Theed, again, back for the serve for the Bulldogs. That's brought up, set outside, tapped over in there by Schoenhart. Good sprawl, attempting to keep it in play by the libero McDermott. Point goes for the Quarriers, so it's an 8-7 advantage. Back serving now, the freshman Madeline Henry. 5'11", she approaches with her jump serve, and that just catches the line in the backcourt. Audrey Nelson watching it, and it catches the back line for the service ace. That's 9-7 now, Dell Rapids. Henry gets the signal from Coach Fursdahl. She approaches on the jump serve. That one brought up by Nelson. Pass outside, and that's Vacanti bringing it over. Set to the right side, tapped over in there by Justice, and eventually down on the Bulldog side. So it's now a 10-7 Dell Rapids lead, largest lead either team in the entire match this evening. Henry back at the service line, brought up in there by McDermott to the outside. This is Vacanti, hammers through the double block, hit off of that left side in there by Randall. Buck real quick, set again. That's taken over by Fidelki for the kill, and so it's a 7-11 advantage for the Quarriers. And continuing to serve for Dell Rapids is Madeline Henry. She's a 5'11 outside hitter freshman. Delivers the serve. Nelson overpass, And coming back, trying to take advantage of that overpass is Schoenhardt, and it goes long. So that breaks the serve, gives the point inside out to the Bulldogs, and they bring in off the bench number 12, Grace Feige. Right-handed server, comes across, passed up, overpass. Vacanti brings it down, set left side, and kept in play by the Bulldogs. There was a great hit in there by Fidelki. Left side scrape, kept in play by Peter Rhines. Shoot set by Theed. Setting up again, and that's Randall back over quickly to the Bulldog side. Vacanti taps up and over the single block, set in there by Justice. Sophie Randall trying to come up and keep it in play, but it falls in between the two Warriors for a 9-11 advantage, Dell Rapids. Feige's next serve, good serve. Set to the outside, and the kill off of the serve in there. And that is killed by Clara Justice, so it's a 9-12 Dell Rapids advantage. Back serving now is Wolf, the freshman libero for the Quarriers. So 12-9 is our score, serve over. The back sets for Vacanti, she tips up and over. Wolf sprawls, almost keeps it in play, but it goes down onto the court. So a 12-10 Warrior advantage, and Kiera Wagner, a defensive specialist for the Bulldogs, checks in. Sets up left side of the court. Right-handed server brings it over. It's an overpass, and overpass for me, Audrey Nelson. She picks up the kill, so down to a 1-point advantage for the Quarriers. 12-11 in this set, but the Quarriers won the first set 25-23. Service ace by Wagner. We're tied again at 12s in this second set.
That was quite the knuckleball.
I'm glad we're here and not on the court, Matt.
Yeah.
Here's Wagner again with the next serve. This one popped up. Randall sets and miss hit on there. That's Cloth. And so Bulldogs, after being down by as many as 4 points, come back and take the lead at 13-12. Wagner's next serve is up. Randall sets outside, partially blocked by the Bulldogs. And Nelson takes it through the double block. Bulldogs now up by 2, 14-12.
7-1 run here for Madison.
Kiera Wagner back with the serve. Getting the signal from Coach Cradaville. She takes it deep, set to the outside, hammered and blocked and in. That was Nelson and Peter Rhines with the block back. And with that, Coach Erica Fierstall says, we better take a timeout and talk about it. We'll be back shortly.
Dell's Nursing and Rehab Center staff works together towards a common goal, taking responsibility for the needs of their residents. They strive to be aware of any stress, whether physical or mental, that their residents may be suffering from and offer to comfort them. They work with integrity for their residents. Each and everyone on the staff is committed to being a team player with the purpose to do their best for the cause of the facility and its residents. Dell's Nursing and Rehab Center, to care for our residents, our staff, and our community with a strong, home-like health care center.
Back here on the Big Sioux Media Sports Network at Dell Rapids High School. 15-12 Madison in the middle of an 8-1 run right now.
Dell Rapids did win that first set, 25-23. Very, very hard fought. Kiera Wagner now. The real challenge in something like this is coming back and maintaining that service intensity following the timeout. Part of it is strategy. Part of it is to try to freeze the server. And it's kept in play well by the Quarriers. Eventually free-balled over by Randall. Outside, this is Vacanti. Tips it over. Randall sets to the backside. Hit down hard in there by Justice. Back quickly by the Bulldogs. Out of the backcourt and trying to play it over from the backcourt position was Sophie Randall. So 16-12 Bulldogs, and Wagner continues from that serving position for the Bulldogs. Here it comes into the net. but a wonderful run by Kiera Wagner, the senior for the Bulldogs. So it's 13 for the Quarriers, 16 for the Bulldogs. And the Quarriers are back with the serve, and serving is Ingalls. Set outside, taken over by Peter Rhines. She saw the block, knew she had to hit it high, and hit it high and long over the double block set by the Quarriers. So 16 for Madison, 14 for Dell Rapids. Next serve by Ingalls, brought up by Vacanti. Set, backside, this is Vacanti with the hit again. Dug up nicely by Wolf, left side hit, hard. Bulldogs take it with a quick set over in there by Peter Rhines. Blocked in the middle by Audrey Nelson, picking up the point. 14 for the Quarriers, 17 for the Bulldogs. And back serving now Amanda Vacanti. She sets up that right side, delivers a bullet, well handled, however, by the Quarriers. Taken, and that goes long on the hit by Henry. Henry's back in the front line, Audrey Nelson back in the front line. So we'll see which will battle stronger. 14-18, Bulldogs up. Vacanti's next serve popped up, and trying to block it was Audrey, and it came down in front of her. So that will be a Quarrier point at 18-15. Back serving Fidelki now for the Dell Rapids Quarriers. She's one of the seniors out there. There we go, set by Theed to Nelson, and over the double block and into the back court. 15-18, seventh kill of the night according to the board for Audrey Nelson. So we're 15-19. McDermott back at the service line. Gets her signal from Coach Cradaville. Signal from the referee. Goes deep into the back. Set by Randall, and that, if Nelson can hit him, Henry says, I can get him. Difference of a left side hitter and a middle hitter. Point for the Quarriers, 19-16, Bulldog lead. And back is Lauren Cloth, the junior. Right-hander brings it across, up. Theed sets to Nelson, and she did not get on top of that. It takes it long, so it's 19 for the Bulldogs, 17 for the Quarriers. Set back, Nelson this time just tips it and goes down. So 20 for the Bulldogs, 17 for the Quarriers, and this puts Audrey Nelson in the backcourt. Leaves Theed, Nelson, and Lurs in the front. Henry gets the set. Nice set in there by Randall, and Henry picks up the kill for the Quarriers. So 20 Bulldogs, 18 for the Quarriers. And now back in the back row is Sophie Randall, which means there'll be the three hitters in the offense for the Quarriers. Serve across, passed up nicely by Audrey. Theed sets low, but plays well by Lydia Nelson. Into the middle and down. Nice set. Nice kill for the Quarriers. And so we're back to a 1-point differential. 2019 Bulldogs on top. They take their first time out, so we'll step aside.
Started in 1960, Schwabach Agency was founded on providing the best service possible to our customers. We are proud to say that professional, personalized service is still the cornerstone of our business today. Schwabach Realty can assist you in buying or selling your property. You'll find us in the Old Rock Garden Service Station in Dell Rapids. Our staff of realtors is here to serve you in buying or selling your home, lot, acreage, farm, or commercial property. We are members of the Realtor Association of the Sioux Empire and the Sioux Falls Multiple Listing Service and can professionally serve your real estate needs in Dell Rapids, Sioux Falls, and the surrounding areas.
Back at Dell Rapids High School out of the timeout. Another good one here, 2019. Madison on top.
And the Quarriers have the serve. Back is their junior setter, Sophie Randall. Lineups are checked. Here comes the signal to serve. Randall's serve comes over, passed up by Nelson. Theed sets to Nelson in the backcourt. Kept well in play by the Quarriers. and hit over eventually in there by Justice. This is taken over by Lydia Nelson, playing that middle position right now. And the ball from Henry rolls along the top of the net and down onto the Bulldog side. That's her 12th kill. We're tied at 20s in this second set. And Sophie Randall back with the serve. McCanty brings it up. Thied sets outside. And that's going to be 4 hits on the sophomore Lydia Nelson. So Dell Rapids recaptures the lead at 21-20. Remember, the Quarriers won that first set 23-25. Randall's next serve up. It's kept in play well by Nelson and eventually put over by Lurs, but out of bounds. So 20 for the Bulldogs, 22 for the Quarriers. Coach Cradaville uses her second timeout in this second set. So back following this message.
Ed's Produce is a family-owned business that is proud to serve the Dell Rapids community and the surrounding area. They carry a full line of Kent feeds for livestock and show animals. If you're looking for options to increase your yields on your fields, they offer locally owned Mustang seeds from Madison as well as DeKalb Asgrow. Ed's Produce is here to help get your field planted with the seed that's right for your operation. You'll also find boots, gloves, fly control, chicken supplies, and so much more. Visit Ed's Produce at 301 East 3rd Street in Dell Rapids or call them today at 428-5411.
All right, we're back at Dell Rapids High School. Tom Farrell, Matt Larson. 22-20, Dell Rapids lead. They lead the match also by 1. Randall's serve is across, kept in play by the Bulldogs. Vacanti with the free ball. They set left side. This is Henry, and she picks up that corner. 23-20 Quarriers, 2 points away from taking a 2-0 set lead in the match. Randall still back at the service line. Gets the signal, approaches. Nelson, Vacanti to Nelson, who mishits into the net. 20 for the Bulldogs, 24 for the Quarriers. Quarrier fans on their feet, trying to encourage the Quarriers into this second set win. There's the serve across, and it goes long. So it's 21 Bulldogs, 24 Quarriers. Must win by 2. Carly Thied, the sophomore setter, back for the Bulldogs with the serve. Delivers it across, eventually brought up, and free-balled over by Henry. Bulldogs set outside. This is Vacanti with the tap. Beautiful save in there for the Quarriers, and down out of the left side by Henry. And it is a 21-25 Dell Rapids lead. 14th kill of the match for Madeline Henry, the freshman left side hitter for the Quarriers. Wow, a time of runs and comebacks, and the final comeback, Matt, all Quarriers.
Well, that was another fun one here. We're going to take about a minute and a half timeout. We'll come back, get you ready for set number 3 right after this.
Romans Automotive is your Napa Auto Parts store in Dell Rapids. They will help get your vehicle repaired in their Auto Care Center. Romans Automotive also offers 24/7 tow and lockout services. Stop into their store to get all of your automotive needs, or stop by their Auto Care Center to get your car back on the road. They are located at 701 East 4th Street in Dell Rapids. Call 428-3222 for your repair appointment, or 323-7792 for their tow service.
Welcome to Rosenbauer America. Your new career will be just one of many incredible things you will build here, along with pride, self-worth, and tremendous satisfaction knowing you're fighting fire right along with the men and women on the front lines. This is a rare opportunity to contribute to something bigger than each of us. At Rosenbauer, you will be a difference maker. So that siren you're hearing, it's your new career calling.
The Dells Theater is the area's best theater experience and value. This beautifully restored theater is located on Main Street in Dell Rapids. Enjoy the pick of the best first-run hit movies at bargain prices and enjoy the best popcorn around. Contact the theater about renting time to play video games on the big screen. 428-3456 or online at dellstheater.com. Here's what's showing this week at the Dell's Theater.
Back in Dell Rapids, where we've got set number 3 coming up between the Madison Bulldogs and the Dell Rapids Quarriers. But we got to thank KTP Repair, specializing in ATV, UTV, and snowmobiles. KTP Repair, your local one-stop shop for all of your service and repair needs. From oil changes to complete engine overhauls, no job is too big or too small. They also have thousands of parts and accessories for you to choose from as well, with professional installation. Conveniently located between Dell Rapids and Colton, they've got pickup and delivery. Call KTP Repair at 605-929-6673 to schedule your appointment today. As the one match on the Sports Network has wrapped up, the Elkton Lake Benton Elks defeat Dell Rapids St. Mary 25-16, 25-13, 25-7. And over at Tri-Valley, Elk Point Jefferson leads the Mustangs 2-1. Mustangs won 25-23, but then the Huskies won 25-21, 25-19 as we get ready for set number 3. Quarriers will have the serve to start this third set, and it is Elin Schoenhard. Short off the net, well played from Wagner, and the attack is down for Nelson. Saddle right away to the Bulldogs. And heading back will be Amanda Vacanti. Randall keeps that one in play, pushed over by Cloth. McDermott was there. And now kind of a pushover free ball by Vacanti. Back set from Randall. Attack saved in the back row. Pop over by Peter Hines. There's the battle at the net here. Cloth blocked by Nelson, and it will be Bulldog point.
Bulldogs sensing a little urgency, it looks like, coming out into this third set.
Vacanti waits for the official and ready to go. Pass from Henry to Randall, sets up the outside. Fidelki blocked. Again, it is Nelson and Theed over on the far side. And a quick 3-0 run here for the Bulldogs to start. Wolf straight into the air, setting up Henry to the back row. That one's in the back corner. Madeline Henry with the back row attack and kill. 15 kills on the night. And Ingalls coming in to serve. Good pass from Vacanti to Theed. Sets up Nelson. Nice tip over the block. Drops it in front of Ingalls. Callie McDermott. There's a nice ball and an ace off of Wolf. 5-1. Madison quickly out in front. Dermott serve taken by Henry. Cloth. That one is going to be out of bounds.
No touch.
Henry from the back row again, and again in on the back line. So both points here in this third set coming from the back row from Henry. And Kylie Fidelki will get to serve. Canty to Theed. Nelson up. Randall gets her hands on it. Now McDermott with a good pass. Tip over from Lydia Nelson. Randall, but good save from Vacanti. We're going to say a touch at the net, play on, but then it goes out of bounds by Lydia Nelson. And that one will go out of bounds, unable to return. Fidelki with a nice serve. And Dell Rapids within 2. To the quick start by Madison. Fidelki again. Short serve this time, stays on the net. So service error, side out to the Bulldogs. Audrey Nelson serves. So Wolf gets it to Randall. Now Henry on the outside. And that one's down. Canty got her hands on it, but that was about it. 17 kills now for Madeline Henry. And Elena Wolf will serve. Dermot Thied, she'll tip it over in 2. To the middle. Attack by Schoenhard, dug in the back row by Nelson. But then tipped down by Schoenhard. And the Quarriers have rallied back to within a point. Checking in will be number 9, Eliastis.
Interesting to see who's going to play setter now for the Bulldogs.
Wolf. Serve taken by Nelson. Now Nelson on the attack. Finds the wide open spot in the middle. Feed right back in to serve. That one deep taken by Fidelki. Randall. Henry adjusts and tips it over. Good save by Dell Rapids on that tip by Vacanti. She winds up, dug by Henry. Henry blocked and in. It's like Lydia Nelson and Lurs getting the block. That one's through and down. Henry from the outside.
Cannot imagine the force that hits that block with.
Sophie Randall serves. Drives Nelson back. Thied setting up. Vacanti block. Good save by Nelson. Lydia Nelson on the tip and down. So after getting out to a 6-1 lead, Warriors had it within a point, but Madison has stayed in front. Reese Feinge serves now. Randall keeps that one in play. Free ball over by Justice. Thied with a quick set. Knocked over by Lurs. Randall from the back row, and she'll get a kill. 10-8 with Henry serving. That one again just kind of sails on her. Kira Wagner.
She had that long run in that second set. We'll see what happens this time at her services.
Wolf sets up Randall now. Side attack by Fidelki. Good save by McDermott. Keeps that alive. To the near side. McDermott again on the dig. Down the line. Just out of bounds by Peter Rines. That one just might have been out of view of the screen, but it missed the back line by maybe an inch or two. Schoenhard delivers the serve. Thied sets up Nelson, and she puts it down with authority. .6'1" middle hitter. And McCanty serving. Tip for Justice. Up and over the block. Back and forth. Bulldogs again keeping that lead after the early run. Singles taken by McCanty. Now Nelson again out of bounds, but a touch up front. Point Bulldogs. Callie McDermott off the net. Wolf stays with it. And a nice little tap over by Fidelki. Now she'll serve. Thede runs this one down. Out of bounds, too strong for Lydia Nelson. Get the Quarriers back within a point. And an illegal hit by McCanty.
First tie of this set, Matt.
Surprising considering all the ties we had in the first one. Fidelki will serve again. McDermott, and now a long free ball over by Nelson. Randall cross court to Henry on the set, and it goes out of bounds. It was touched by Thede. And Dell Rapids takes their first lead of this set. Canty to Thede. Nelson tap over, save, but then put right back down by Audrey Nelson. And Audrey will get to serve. Wolf straight over. Lydia Nelson taps it. Randall quick tap. McCanty was there. A slide save from Ingalls. Blocked out of bounds again by Thede, and I believe Lurs over there. I don't think it's missing that line by much. So Wolf will serve. Pass from Nelson to Thede. Lurs on the attack. Now Henry winds up. That one's off the block and out of bounds. And a 2-point advantage now for Dell Rapids as Ostis checks back in. Dermott and free ball over. Randall to Henry. And another kill. And a big run continuing here for Dell Rapids. Timeout. Quarriers on top, 17-14. We'll take a break.
Ready to buy or sell your next home? We are here to help. From bare land to homes to farms, we sell them all. Start to finish, we will be next to you the entire way to help you achieve your real estate dreams. We know this area well because we live and work here. We are your neighbors. With over 100 years of combined real estate experience, we are your trusted local real estate professionals. When you're ready to make that next move, call us first. Landmark Realty.
We're back at Dell Rapids High School on the pink out night for the Quarriers. They currently lead 17-14 in this third set and lead 2-0. Won the first one 25-23, took the second one 25-21. And now up by 3 as Elena Wolf will continue to serve. Set up by Lurs. Good save by Ingalls. And that is going to be in for Henry down the line this time.
Big difference, Matt, is Dell Rapids is getting their defensive passes up and then allowing them to run their offense off the sets from Randall.
Short serve from Wolf. Nelson with a well-placed tip ends that run. Carly Theed brings it over for Madison. Quick set to the middle and down for Schoenhard. Sophie Randall take the ball. It's McDermott, good pass to Theed, little tip over, saved by Schoenhard. But the tap back by Nelson is good.
Lydia prances away on that one.
Grace Feige. It's another serve. Out of bounds. Henry delivers the serve. It's McDermott. Good pass to Theed. Back set. Canty pushes across. Over to Nelson. Randall sets up. And that one's down for Clara Justice. So lead grows here for Dell Rapids. 5-point lead, 21-16.
And more importantly, a 2-set lead.
Free ball over from Vicanti. Back row, Henry, dug by Nelson. And then out of bounds on the attack, but a tip, touch up front. It'll be out on the Quarriers. Kira Wagner serving. Drops a short one. Wolf slides down. Randall towards the net. Justice blocked up front. Randall will try from the back row. That one carries into the net. Henry pass to Randall. Outside, Fidelki adjusts. Just brings it over. Quick set by Theed. Nelson down.
It's going to be interesting now. Nelson back up front, Henry in the back row, the two power hitters for these two teams.
Nelson 13 kills. Henry with 23. We'll take a quick 30-second timeout. We're back in a moment.
TNC's and the Other Place is now local zip 57022 in Dell Rapids. TNC's is the only stop for all of your convenience store needs. Stop in to get gas, sandwiches and snacks, your favorite beverages, or meet with your friends for coffee and lunch. TNC's has everything you need, including propane services and car wash. Stop into TNC's on the west side of town, located near the four-way stop, or stop at the Other Place on the east side of town. TNC's and the Other Place, your local zip 57022 station in Dell Rapids.
Now Larson and Tom Farrell back in Dell Rapids. 21-19. Quarriers on top in this third set, leading 2-0. As a serve by Wagner, taken by Wolf. Henry from the back row. Off the hands of Theed. McDermott towards the net, and free ball over for Madison. Randall set to the middle. Schoenhard blocked up front by Audrey Nelson. And it's a 1-point lead. Warriors led by 5. Henry delivers it to Randall, cross court, Fidelki. Nice dig by Wagner. Down the line for the kill for Vacanti. And we are tied at 21.
Must win by 2, we might as well say at this point.
Wagner has been serving quite a few runs by Madison tonight off the net, and an ace. And the Bulldogs go back in front. Wagner again. It's Wolf to Randall. Back row Henry. This one's off the hands of Theed, out of bounds. Side out back to Dell Rapids, and we're tied at 22. Elin showing hard. Taken by Vacanti, quick set Nelson, and she slams it down. 14 kills on the night for Audrey Nelson. And Amanda Vacanti back serving for Madison. Randall towards Cloth, dug by McDermott, started with a tip up front. Free ball over, doesn't get over. Peter Rines tried to put it up front. Carly Ingalls checks in to serve. Candy to feed, Nelson blocked, but down on the Quarrier side. And set point here for Madison. Callie McDermott. Taking it by Wolf. Here's Randall. She's going to push it back to the corner. McDermott chases it down. Feed to Nelson. Off everybody and good. And that is a comeback for the Bulldogs. They take this one 25-23 and force a fourth set here.
Set of runs there, Matt. Madison started out with that run. Dell Rapids countered with a nice run through the middle, and the Bulldogs finished with that run to pick up the 25-23 victory.
Another timeout, set number 4 when we come back.
GMC, Chevy, Ford, Ram. Really, any given week, you'll find about all those models on the lot. The most popular brand is gas mileage. That's the truth. We're in Dell Rapids. We don't have 50,000 cars driving by our store every day. And the internet and the phone is our bloodline. Golden West has been there and provided us with that from the very beginning.
This is my home.
The locally owned pizza ranch in Dell Rapids, owned by Marcy, Robert, and families, where you can meet with your family and friends for a great meal. Stop in and enjoy pizza, buffet, salad bar, chicken, with plenty of seating and a game room for the kids. Give them a call at 605-428-5967 for delivery or carry-out orders. Download the app and order online. The locally owned pizza ranch is open 11 a.m. to 8 p.m., lunch buffet from 11 to 3, and evening buffet from 5 to 8, located at 500 West 4th Street in Dell Rapids. Norby's is where friends meet for food and fun. Check out their daily specials. They've got drinks and pizza combo on Mondays, wing night Tuesdays, and burgers on Wednesdays. Or check out their full menu of appetizers, nachos, burgers, pizza, and more. They also have pool, darts, and shuffleboard right there at Norby's. If you're looking to host an event, check out Norby's for anniversaries, retirement, or birthdays. Norby's, where friends meet, located at 329 East 4th Street in Dell Rapids.
Well, we head to set number 4 as Madison Bulldogs pick up a 25-23 win in set number 3 to force this to a fourth.
We expected a good match, and I think, Matt, we have that good match.
It has been everything as advertised, I think.
Certainly two very evenly matched teams. Both teams thrive with their major hitters up front. Dell Rapids being led by Madeline Henry with all hitters having 24 kills. Audrey Nelson having 16, and then in addition to that, sister Lydia coming along for the Bulldogs with 7 kills. This is still do or die for the Bulldogs as they trail the match 2-1. They did win that last set. We'll see volleyball momentum, which way it'll fall as we get into this fourth and can't say deciding set, but at least into the fourth set. Bulldogs will have the first serve just to the rotation of serves, and it's Kiara Wagner for the Bulldogs back with the first serve of this fourth set. Serve comes across, brought up, and service ace. Bulldogs pick up point number 1 in this fourth set. Wagner, again, as we talked, has had some nice long service runs. We'll see if she can put one together again in this set. Brought up Henry, Randall into the middle, over on the Bulldog side, and we have a net violation on the Bulldogs. That was Audrey Nelson in the net, so we're tied at 1s. Back with the serve now is Ingalls. Ball up by Vacanti. Theed sets to Audrey, and that finds the back corner open, and so it's a 2-1 advantage, Bulldogs. Rotating around now is the senior and ace leader in school numbers, Amanda Vacanti. Comes across, brought up. Randall with the set over. Theed sets to Nelson, and that hits on the back line, so it's a 3-1 Bulldog advantage. Kill number 18 for the senior, Audrey Nelson. Amanda Vacanti staying at that service line. Right-handed serve, delivers it across, service ace. Henry unable to handle it, so Bulldogs up now 4-1. Vacanti continuing from the service line for the Bulldogs. Right-handed serve, Henry brings it up, Randall with the set. Outside, and the kill, credit that one with Fidelki. That'll be her 6th kill of the evening. And 4-2, Bulldog advantage. Warriors have the serve. And the serve across in there by Fidelki. And tried to keep in play. Vacanti goes sliding into the first row of the bleachers, but unable to keep it in play. So 4-3, Bulldog advantage. Fidelki, senior, back at the service line. Takes it over. McDermott brings it up. Nelson on the tip. Partially blocked in there by Cloth, and it goes down onto the Quarrier side. 5-3, Bulldog advantage. McDermott back with the serve. Basically 3 deep receivers for the Quarriers. Henry passes it up. Randall sets to Henry. Partially blocked at the net. Theed sets outside for Lydia Nelson, and kept in play by Randall, eventually taken over in there by Wolf. And the set goes to the outside for Audrey Nelson. She picks up kill number 20, and the Bulldogs have their 6th point in this fourth set. McDermott back at the service line. Ball taken over, and that's Henry. And Henry says, if Nelson can do it, I can do it also. Off of the nice set in there by Randall. 25 kills for the freshman Henry. So 6-4 Bulldog advantage. Warriors now have the serve. Serving is Cloth. Ball popped up in there by Wagner. This is set to Lydia Nelson. She hit it hard and it went out of bounds. No touch alertly by the Quarriers. So 6-5. Cloth back at the service line one more time. Ball over. Vacanti brings it up. Back set to Audrey. kept in play and eventually free-balled over by Clone. Set to Audrey and down and in for the 7th Bulldog point and 21st kill for Audrey. The kill earns her the right to serve out of the back row. She sets up far left side of the Bulldog court. Serve is over, brought up nicely by Wolf. Randall with a quick little dump set over onto the Bulldog side. 7-6. Substitution now in is Justice for the Quarriers. Back at the service line for the Quarriers is Randall. Serve is over. Theed sets. Lurs brings it across. Ball is up. Out of the back court. Ball goes long on the hit in there by Sophie Randall. 8-6. Bulldog advantage. Bulldogs must win this set or the match is over. Back with the serve now is Carly Theed. Ball is up. Randall sets, coming around. Nice set over in there by Schoenhart. Bulldogs, Vacanti brings it up. Here's to Henry, right up by McDermott. Set outside, Vacanti, deep. Kept in play. That's going to be called an illegal hit on the set in there by Randall. She redirected the ball back, so that is a 9-6 Bulldog advantage. Carly Theed, the sophomore setter for the Bulldogs, back with the serve. Ball is up. Randall hustles, sets to Henry, kept in play, but out of bounds by Lydia Nelson, or Audrey that was, as she shakes herself loose. So 9-7 Bulldog advantage. Set number 4, 2-1 advantage for the Quarriers. And there comes the serve across for Henry, and it goes long. 10-7 Bulldog advantage. Peter Rhines back in for the Bulldogs. Grace Feige in for the Bulldogs. She'll be serving. Sophomore serve comes across, brought up. Randall outside, taken over. Nice placement on that in there by Kylie Fidelki, the senior. So it's 10 for the Bulldogs, 8 for the Quarriers. And back with the serve is Elena Wolf, the freshman libero. Gets the signal for serve, couple of bounces, delivers across, and Lurs, difficult time. Feet moving, could not get under it. So 10-9, Bulldog advantage. Wolf has to do a little ball chasing as it comes back over to the Quarrier side. Now we get the signal from the first referee. Couple of bounces, right-handed serve, over. Brought up out of the backcourt by Lurs and taken long by Vacanti. Second tie in this set, number 4 at 10. And the freshman Wolf continuing to serve for the Quarriers, who lead the match 2-1. Ball is over. Vacanti, Theed, Zach sets to Vacanti. And the ball comes down on the block set in there by Fidelki and Clough. Bulldogs now 11, Quarriers 10. Kiera Wagner back with the serve for the Bulldogs. She's a senior defensive specialist. Delivers a hard serve, brought up. Randall back sets and goes long off the hit by Justice. Bulldogs 12, Quarriers 10. Wagner back with another serve. Serve deep, Weber brings it up, kept in play, and eventually free-balled over by Fidelki. Bulldogs run, and this is a kill in there for Audrey Nelson. Kill number 22 and the 13th point for the Bulldogs in this fourth set. 10 points for the Quarriers. Wagner back at the service line and picks up the service ace with the help of the net as it falls up and over. 14-10, and with the 4 points down, quickly Coach Erica Fearstall takes a timeout. We'll step aside.
Hey, this is Matt from Rapids Fitness, and right now we're running a promotion where you can join for $1. That $1 covers your enrollment fee and your first month, which would include the tanning, sauna classes, and 24-hour gym. We host everything from yoga to kettlebell, barbell, circuit classes, and more. You'll get access to our mobile app where members check into classes, books, sauna time slots, and have access to all of our PDFs that we've published. Join by visiting rapidfitnessonline.com. Rapid Fitness!
14-10. Madison leads. Another quick start here for the Bulldogs.
However, Dell Rapids leads the match 2-1, winning the first one 25-23, 25-21. Bulldogs number 3 at 25-23. It's Kiera Wagner in the backcourt, ready with the serve for the Bulldogs. Serve is over. Wolf brings it up outside, and unable to convert was the hit by Fidelki. So a 15-10 lead for the Bulldogs. But as we learned in set number 3, no lead is safe with these two teams. Wagner's next serve comes across. Henry brings it up, blocked back by Nelson, kept in play and shoots that over in there by Theed. And ball kept in play. Nelson says, let's clear it deep. Wolf up out of the backcourt. That's Henry, kept in play by Peter Rhines. Outside for Vacanti. Quarriers up. Randall right side hit, taken over in there by Justice. Bulldogs, Vacanti. Henry brings it up. Randall to Henry out of the backcourt, right at McDermott, unable to keep it in play. And it's 15-11, Bulldog advantage over the Quarriers. Substitution in now. It's Carly Ingalls, the sophomore. She'll be serving. Bulldogs set to receive the serve. Passed up by Vacanti. That's a set to Audrey. She takes it up and over. Randall sets and free balled over, by Randall. That's to Audrey, quickly blocked back by the two up onto the net, and Vacanti brings it over. Left side, and blocked out of bounds by the Bulldogs. So that'll be a Quarrier point, 15-12. Here comes the serve in there by Ingalls, and confusion with the Bulldogs between Wagner and also McDermott. Coach Joe Cradaville says, we're going to talk about that confusion. We'll step aside.
They came here to build a life. Their homes dotted the land like islands. Until one day, a rancher strung a copper wire along a fence post and forever connected us all. We didn't build the communities that made South Dakota. No, we just brought them together.
15-13, Madison leads here in this fourth set. But Quarriers on a little run here.
And it's Carly Ingalls back at the service line for the Bulldogs. We'll see if the timeout can change any of the momentum back in favor of the Bulldogs or if it remains with the Quarriers. Here comes Ingalls' serve across. Vacanti brings it up. Theed, right side taken over in there by Peter Rhines. Little tip back. McDermott up. Theed quickly blocked back. Nice job at the net in there. And that was a great job by Sophie Randall, their setter. So it's 15-14, momentum back on the Quarrier side. Ingalls serve up. Theed passes, free balled, up and over barely by Vacanti. Randall sets to the backcourt for Henry. She picks up kill number 28 this evening. And we're tied for the third time in this fourth set at 15s. Ingalls with the serve. Brought up by Vacanti. Having to go way back is Theed. Vacanti out of the backcourt. Finds an open spot. Breaks the momentum. And the Bulldogs pick up the point inside out at 16-15. and Amanda Vacanti wins the opportunity for the serve. We are in set number 4, 2-1 advantage for the Quarriers. Brought up by Wolf. Randall back set, coming on around. In there was the hit by Cloth. Taken over that time by Audrey Nelson. Out of the back, Henry, McDermott, and eventually over by the Bulldogs. Deep in the backcourt, McDermott brings it up to Thede. And Audrey goes just wide to the left side of the Quarrier court. So we're tied at 16. Back with the serve for the Quarriers is Fidelki, up, taken over nicely by Peter Rhines there. Brought over back again by Cloth. Bulldogs hit by Peter Rhines, Nelson and Peter Rhines. And touch and out of bounds. So the Quarriers take their first lead in this set number 4 at 17-16. Back with the serve again is Fidelki. This one brought up by Vacanti. Set outside. That's Peter Rhines. Wolf. And 4 hits will be called. And we're tied at 17. That's 1, 2, 3. This is the 5th tie in this 4th set. Match lead for the Quarriers 2-1. McDermott back to serve for the Bulldogs. Comes over. Passes up. Randall sets outside for Henry. Henry picks up kill number 29. And the Quarriers again retake the lead at 18-17. Back to serve for the Quarriers is Fidelki. Senior outside hitter sets up far left side. Right-handed serve, and that's going to be a service error. So we're tied at 18s, 6th time in this 4th set. And back to serve for the Bulldogs is Audrey Nelson. Nelson out of the front row. Henry just about ready to rotate in. And Audrey commits the service error. So it's 18 for the Bulldogs, 19 for the home Quarriers, who lead the match 2-1. And in the back row to serve is their setter, Randall. Ball up by Nelson. Thede and free balled over by Lydia Nelson. Randall sets to the middle, taken over in there by Schoenhart. Quick shoot set across by Lydia. Left side, taken over by Henry, and not able to keep it in play were the Bulldogs. So it's 18 for Madison, 20 for Dell Rapids, and Coach Cradaville uses her second timeout. We'll be back.
Why settle for good when you can get the best of Sioux Falls? Head to thelocalbest.com to browse the newest local winners in Sioux Falls, chosen by the locals, the place to find your next weekend adventure, or the cure for your sweet tooth. For your home improvement checklist, the best in care for your loved ones, and your furry friends. Whatever you need, the Local Best has you covered. Watch for new directories hitting homes and businesses January 1st.
20-18 is our score. Dell Rapids has rallied here in the 4th set to take a 2-point lead. Bulldogs out of timeouts now.
Certainly a wonderful Region 3A match between two, I would call them South Dakota Class A powerhouse teams tonight. Back for the serve is Sophie Randall, the setter for the Quarriers. Brought up, Thede with the set, into the middle, Lurs taps it up, but Wolf was right there. Back set by Randall, and taken through the double block set by the Bulldogs is Justice, and it is 21 for the Quarriers, 18 for the Bulldogs. Bulldog defense has got to get a transition going here. Serve across, ball up by Vacanti, set outside. That's Audrey, double block at the net in there by the Quarriers. And that is 22 for the Quarriers, 18 for the Bulldogs. Remember, the Quarriers have a 2-1 advantage in sets. Serve across. Theed sets backcourt for Vacanti. Played well by the Quarriers. Back set and touched by the Bulldogs on the hit by Justice. So it's 18-23 Quarriers. Substitution, Ostis in. Theed takes a seat, and that'll have Vacanti playing as the setter. Speaking of setters, Randall commits the service air. Just enough time, maybe in delay, is what Coach Cradaville was doing with that substitution. So 19-23, it is Dell Rapids with the advantage, and Theed with the serve. Brought up, Randall sets outside for Henry, but she is blocked down by Lurs and Lydia Nelson. 20-23, Dell Rapids on top. Back with the serve is the sophomore setter, Carly Theed. Right-handed server, delivers it deep. Randall pops it up. Henry takes it up and over. Theed was there. McDermott and Vacanti up and over. Set by Wolf, right side, and hit out. And that was the hit by Justice. 21-23. Timeout, Dell Rapids, their second. So we'll step aside once again.
BX has a great group of people to work with.
The thing I love most about my job is the people.
We're all about teamwork.
We all have the same goal in mind. Everybody works hard to achieve it, and we all succeed.
Everybody supports everybody else. Final goal is to produce great projects.
Everybody works together as a team. We get the job done.
And then we celebrate.
It's excellent.
Let's get you reset here where we're at. Fourth set, Dell Rapids leading 2-1. Quarriers have a 23-21 lead. Both teams out of timeouts now for the remainder of this set.
And it's Carly Theed back serving for the Bulldogs. Timeout by the Quarriers, breaking the timeout, coming out, getting ready for the serve signal. Theed brings it up. Randall sets outside for Henry. And I wonder if that was called. 21-24. This could be set, match point. And back around is Madeline Henry serving for the Quarriers. Her serve brought up by Nelson. Tapped over by Theed. And kept in play, tapped over quickly by the Quarriers. McDermott outside for Vacanti. Wolf brings it up. Randall back sets. And down with the kill. Clara Justice picks up the point that wins the fourth set, and more importantly, the win that takes the match in favor of the home Dell Rapids Quarriers. That raises their season record to 22-6. One match remains against Beersford. The loss drops the Bulldogs to 18-6, and they have one conference match left against Elk Point Jefferson, and then have to go face a tough Garrettson yet.
Oh, this match was, I think, everything we thought it was going to be tonight. Very close, 25-23, 25-21. Madison getting the third set, 25-23. Quarriers win 25-21, and an important match, I think, for Dell Rapids is it kind of puts them in the driver's seat as that number 2 seed in Region 3A. And depending how these last couple of matches turn out, that could mean not having to face Madison in the regional tournament.
Not having to face Madison, nor having to face Sioux Falls Christian. Right. Because number 1 is Sioux Falls Christian. I think they're pretty much in the rider's seat. But like you said, Matt, I think this win tonight definitely ensures that number 2 seed position for the Quarriers with only one match remaining. I guess the only thing is, with the way that formula works, Beersford's record could have a slight impact. Right. But it's going to be a battle between the Bulldogs now to see who is 3 and who is 4. The Bulldogs being the Baltic Bulldogs and the Madison Bulldogs.
Well, another fun one here tonight in Dell Rapids as we wrap up all three of our broadcasts here with a 3-1 win for the Quarriers. Elkton Lake Benton defeated the Cardinals 3-0 earlier tonight, and Elk Point Jefferson came back and won the final 3 sets over Tri-Valley 3-1 in that match.
We expected good, we saw good. 2 fabulous teams matching up really well, and kudos to Henry, 30 kills. Like you said, that could well easily be a school record. Audrey Nelson coming through with 22 kills. It was the battle of the hitters tonight, Matt.
It certainly was, and it seemed like they were not matched up at the same time, I don't think. You had Henry up front when Audrey Nelson was in the back, and it was a great show tonight between those two.
About one or at the most 2 rotations they were up front,
right.
But it was the left side versus the middle, difference being maybe at some blocking times. But certainly Dell Rapids came out, and it was such a match of momentum as we saw runs begin to go and become such an integral part of the entire evening.
I think that first one we had, 14, 15 ties in the first set, and then after that it was who got on the run and at which time kind of dictated who came out on top.
Yep. Especially, like in that third set, that was up and down. I put a note to myself that was definitely a set of runs.
Well, we will wrap up here tonight with that. Again, we thank you for joining us. A fantastic evening of volleyball, a lot of fun. Tom, I want to thank you for coming over and helping out tonight. It was a blast to do the game with you.
Well, thanks so much, Matt, for having me, and good luck to both of these teams as they wrap up their seasons. It's hard to believe that we're down to 1 or 2 matches in volleyball, one game in, depending upon football, or you're in the playoffs already. Where did fall go?
It certainly went fast, and when you mentioned football, we've got 4 games for you on Thursday night. Remember, Thursday night this week, Quarriers at home against Dakota Valley, and then we've got our other 3 schools in the playoffs. Tri-Valley has a home football game against St. Thomas More. I believe that one kicks off at 5:30. St. Mary Cardinals at home against Potter County. That one will kick off at 6 o'clock. And if my memory is right, DeSmet at home against Cologne. That one will be the normal 7 o'clock kickoff. So, and the Quarriers will kick off at 7 o'clock against Dakota Valley. So 4 football games on Big Sioux Media on Thursday. And the Bulldogs, where are they at Thursday?
The Bulldogs get the opportunity to go to beautiful Custer, South Dakota.
Oh, so beautiful. Is this out there on Friday?
I don't think there'll be snow for them, but that's quite a trip, and of course that's got to be part of our scheduling. Like I said, you were out there last week with St. Thomas More. Custer seems to be our 2-year partner that we have, so that's a lot of time on a bus. I'll just leave it at that.
Yeah, a lot of windshield time last Friday. Well, again, I want to thank you for joining us. For Tom Farrell, I'm Matt Larson. Thank you for watching tonight, and we wish you a great rest of your Tuesday. Jeez, it's Tuesday. It's only Tuesday. Great rest of your Tuesday night.